There we are. Recording in progress.
That's it.
So there we are. We're back, Rushy lad.
That's it, mate. Mid-season break for me. A few weeks off for the 2020s. Apparently, I'm not allowed to touch a white ball these days, so a few quiet weeks for me.
And Bumble, delighted you could join us, mate.
Yeah, we're okay. I mean, we're moving into, well, we're in North Yorkshire, and we're moving into a place probably in about a couple of weeks. So we're just near the end now. Quite exciting, but it's been tough. It's been hellish tough, but I think we've got there. I've seen a bit of cricket, seen a bit of county cricket, which is terrific, and done a T20 blast match at Old Trafford, and they look quite a powerful outfit.
Is that right, Bumble? I've seen, you're commentating for the Lancashire live stream now and again, is that right? Yeah,
they were live TV, which is a new concept, and it's going brilliantly. The production team are terrific. I mean, as good as anything I've seen. All young kids, and they know what they're doing. And it seems to be well received. Sometimes these streams can be done on a real shoestring, but I think they've really tried hard at Old Trafford to make sure that it comes out reasonably.
Yeah, nice. Is that how you've sort of been keeping yourself busy this summer? Obviously, this must be the first real summer where obviously you've not been with Sky and your TV commitments. How have you found that? Different? Enjoying it?
Yeah, well, the new house has taken a lot of time. I'm dressed as I always am. I've got my Popeye top on. And so I've done a lot of manual work. There's 4 acres to it, so there's a lot to do. I'm probably like every other bloke. I love machines. I've got tractors, I've got sit-on mowers, I've got gang mowers. And my neighbour next door, the next door lad, who's fantastic, he mends agricultural machinery, so he's absolutely perfect. Chris, come and have a look at this. It won't work.
It's a dream partnership.
Yeah, but I mean, I was thrilled that the clutch on the tractor packed up. They can burn out. A clutch can burn out. And so to put a new clutch in, you've got to split the tractor in half. And that's took us ages. But I was like his assistant, putting a new clutch back into a tractor. And it went all right. Yeah, it's working now.
Oh, that's gone over my head. That's not my kind of stuff. Manual labour, machinery.
I was just about to say, you're talking to a full-time cricketer and a white-collar worker here, so a lot of that's just going to go.
I flipping love it. I love machines. I've got planning permission for an agricultural building to put all the machines in, which will be lovely when it's all done. It'll be like a farmer. It'll be like Alistair Cook. He's a farmer. Alistair Cook's a farmer.
He loves it, doesn't he?
Oh,
he does. So we've got quite a bit of cricket coming up. Test match. Where are we on here? Tuesday. Yeah. Test match starts Thursday. Rushy, one of your colleagues potentially about to make his Test debut. Have you made a Matty Potts so far this season? He's got off for a flyer, hasn't he?
Mate, he's been unbelievable. Fully deserves getting the call up to the squad. Personally, I think he should play. I think he probably will play. But for Durham, he's been, we spoke briefly before we started recording about how flat some of the pitches are. The new balls have been. Potty took 35 wickets in 5 games or something when, not a lot was happening. He's got a bit of pace. He's strong. He's aggressive. He's just got a little bit, he's got a good personality. I think he'll do well, but he fully deserves his chance. So I'm really, really pleased for him.
He'll play, Johnny. He'll definitely play. There's absolutely no doubt 100% Potts plays. And it'll come down to, do they need a spinner? I think New Zealand they might have a token spinner, or they might not bother. And England will either play Leach or one of the big two. If Leach plays, one of the big two drops out because they need a number 8. They need somebody at 8. After the wicket keeper will be Folkes. Then they need a sort of bowler batter all round it, and Overton looks to be the only one in the squad. So I think Potts will definitely play, and he looks a good strapping lad. He should have played in that last round. When they left him out, England said you can't play him. It's dead simple that Marcus North and Jimmy Franklin could easily have said, and they probably did say, that, look, we'll manage him and he'll only bowl 12 or 15 overs, but the lad is going to play a test match now on debut at Lloyd's, and he hasn't bowled for a fortnight. Now, I don't get that. I think that bowlers have to bowl. And they'll tell you, bowlers will tell you, I have to bowl, and I know when I have to stop bowling. It's been everything I've known in cricket. Sensible bowlers will tell you when I've had enough, that's it.
And is that? Do you think that's part of the reason a lot of these fast bowlers are breaking down? Because we've had this conversation, haven't we, Rush? And you will bowl and bowl and bowl and bowl and bowl, and actually, the more you bowl, the better you feel. Mm-hmm. And we've seen how many fast bowlers have broken down over the last kind of 18 months. Is that just because they're not bowling enough, do we reckon, or what?
I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. There's a massive thing now managing your workloads. If you get so many overs per week, you can't come down below a certain amount the next week, and it's a lot of science involved now. Whereas, I mean, being from a slightly older generation than people like Potsy, Jeff Cook brought me up through the academy. Is Rushy, you've got to bowl 5 days a week, an hour a day. You've got to bowl, play your games, and that's how you get bowling fit. It's a tough one. I guess it's one of those like you don't really know what to do for the best, but there's definitely something going on because, like you say, the amount of injuries that people are picking up, and it's not like little niggles now. There's a lot of stress fractures and serious injuries being picked up. Honestly, I can't put a finger on it. I'm not too sure.
I've got a view, Johnny. I really do. From sort of going back years, these lads now, they're big, strapping lads. They can be 12 to 16 stone and 6 foot to 6'6". And the big fast bowlers, when they get into that delivery stride and they jump up in the air and the back foot lands and then the front foot, it has to go through the back. And the landing on concrete, it's absolutely rock hard. Now, if you go back into a long time ago, 50, 60 years ago, you played on natural turf of the area. Whichever area you played, Lancashire, Yorkshire, Worcester, wherever you went, you played on that natural turf and it was soft. So the fast bowlers jump up, bang down into a soft landing area. Now they're whacking down big strapping lads, and it's got to, in my opinion, it has to go into the back. And you can't get away from the fact that looking back to Malcolm Marshall, Sylvester Clarke, who was very quick, somebody like Jimmy Anderson, they skip through their action. They just skip through. There's no big jump, bang, bang. There isn't. And them lads don't get stress fractures. It's the big lads, big heavy lads, 6 foot plus lads who jump up, bang down. They're going to have problems because it's rock hard. It's concrete.
Yeah. Predictions then. Well, obviously test matches coming up. Batting lineup, Bumble. What we're going with? What you're making of the batsmen we've selected for this first test?
Well, if you look at, let's go to who's selecting the team, and I would say that Key, McCullum, and massively Stokes will have picked this team. Massively Stokes will have picked the team for 2 matches, and what they'll want for these 3, I know the 3 of them pretty well. They want dynamic cricketers. They want positive players. And I'll talk about the opening batters. If they want an opening batter, if an opening batter thinks he can get into this team by blocking, he's sadly mistaken. He'll be out before he knows it. They want players who are busy, turn the strike over, score boundaries, and can defend well. And so I think we're in for some rock and roll cricket. Lees and Crawley will open. Pope will bat 3, Root 4, Bairstow 5, Stokes 6, Foulkes 7, Overton 8, Potts 9, or 10 or 11, and either both Anderson and Broad, or one of them and Leach. And you won't. I don't think they'll use the way the weather's been. I don't think they'll use a spinner at Lloyd's.
No.
We played down there last week, and it hasn't spun there in Test cricket for however long. I don't see it changing now. What do you reckon of the McCullum stuff, Bumble? Do you think that's a brave appointment, or is it a good appointment? Solid?
Well, I've just said it's rock and roll. He's a perfect mix for Stokes and for Key. I think they're all positive people. Sorry about me dog barking. She's only a pup. She'll be all right. Paul, put her in back at car and put lid down. Yeah, that's my decorator. Who's an Elvis tribute, actually. Yeah, he might give us a song as he goes past. Yeah, McCullum's a good appointment. He's a top lad for a start. He changed the face. Let's not. His 101 Test matches. He changed the face of Test match cricket when he was captain of New Zealand, and so I think he'll enjoy the challenge. He'll enjoy working. I think that's so important. Enjoy working with Key and Stokes.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Me, I think it'll be good. I really do think. It's been a tough couple of years for them, Test cricket.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe now there's a hint of excitement around it all.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's only be a good thing.
Well, I like that. I get that excitement. I'm excited to see these lads because I know them and I know what makes them tick. I think that's really important, what makes them tick. And there'll be a shift with these three that when they do appoint a national selector, he's not done that. There'll be a shift in that national selector. They will say, Stokes and McCullum will say, this is the type of player we want. You go and find him. Rather than national selector and selectors picking a squad and saying, there's your squad, you go and play them. I think that's a massive change. That Stokes and McCullum and Key, at the instigation of Key, will say, that's the type of player we want in that position. Tell us who we've got. I think it's a smart move.
I reckon, like, if we do have like a good summer, hopefully we'll have a really good summer. We've got how many 6-7 Test matches coming up. Does it kind of, interesting to get both your opinions here. Will it quieten down a lot of the chat that's around KP, for instance, Kevin Peterson wanting to franchise county cricket, wanting major, huge over like changes, I guess, within like the first class structure? Does that, if we have a really good summer here, we've got a new captain, new coach, new director of cricket, does that dampen some of that chat down a bit, do we think?
Go on, Chris, you go.
Honestly, I doubt it probably will. I hope it does. I just think it's the way of the world. I think that chat around trying to franchise everything will always be there now. I think that's the way cricket seems to have gone, unfortunately. I don't think we should go down that route. But I think that chat's always going to be there from certain people.
Well, my view is that we've got to take care of county cricket. We've got to look after county cricket. We've got 18 counties. And I think, the traditions of the country would demand 18 counties. To pay attention to it, I think we've won the lottery playing through April with the weather that we've had. And now we've got, quite inclement weather. It's a bit cold and it's a bit damp at the minute. April was lovely and the lads were playing county cricket. We played 6 rounds. But I'd pay attention and play county cricket in the summer months. And I'd have 3 divisions of 6. And so 1 up, 1 down. And your best teams and your best players would eventually be in Division 1. And you'd be looking for promotion and relegation. And you play 10 matches. I'd even listen to like a playoff at the end of it all. But my big beef would be to play in the summer months when it's warm and the weather doesn't take any real toll of it, and pay attention to it and put it in its rightful place, because county cricket is followed passively by millions of people. Millions. You can't go to the games. People are working, but they're following the game. They're following the county cricket. They always have done. And so I'm a champion of 18 counties, but I pay attention to it and just restructure it slightly.
I agree. I'm on that. So we played that conference system last year. I really enjoyed that format, the 3 groups. I like the idea of sort of promotion relegation from each group. But I 100% agree we need to play more in the summer. I think we played there's two championship games in June and July. It's, I don't know, for a summer sport, you're right, it just doesn't get looked after as much as it should.
the pathway now for like Liam Livingstone, who's an absolute gun cricketer. I've known Liam all through his cricketing career. I've watched the development, and he's exploded on the scene. Now he's come back from the IPL and went to the IPL for 1.25 million, whatever it was. Of course he's going to go. Of course he's going to go. He has to go. But when he comes back from the IPL, he can't be in a position to play Test match cricket because there's no county cricket for him to play. Yeah. If he came back from IPL, played 3 county matches, got himself 100 or 200, he's in the frame to play Test match cricket. But now he's sort of billed as a one-day cricketer, which is unfair because of the system, because of the structure. You know, part of 18 counties, and Durham are a champion county in this regard, is to provide cricketers for England. When I took the Lancashire job, you go for interview and what are your expectations? How are you going to work? And I thought, well, I'll say it here. They either like it or they don't. I said, having been a cricketer who's come from league cricket, my job here at Lancashire, or ours as a club, is to provide cricketers for England, because we are that player's stepping stone from club cricket to county cricket to international cricket is through your county. So our job is to provide England cricketers. And if we win something along the way, that's great. We've had a good time. But you'd be satisfied by the amount of players that you get ready to play for England.
Yeah, definitely. Here's one for you, Bumble, as a Lancashire fan, I guess. Now, how is Matt Parkinson not getting picked in the squad?
Well, I bristle when, and you never know who. They said, it's a big word, he's there, put it in italics, put it there. We'd like him to go away and try, to be a bit better as a fielder and a batter. Well, I flipping jumped in there. I said, Mushtaq Ahmed, Abdul Qadir, Shane Warne were never noted for the batting or the fielding. I said, but they got people out. That's what Parkinson does. He spins it both ways. He gets people out. He's got a great character. And again, getting back to them 3, that triumvirate of Stokes, McCullum and Key, they will major on character. I'm absolutely certain. They'll want character. They won't want any namby-pamby flaky players. They want characters.
Yeah. No, I honestly, I was amazed where he didn't get in. Obviously, he hasn't played a great deal of first-class cricket the last few years. He's played every game this year.
Yeah, he's carried the drinks for 2 years for England.
Oh, yeah. But some of the players he's getting out in red ball cricket this year and how he's getting them out, how he's not even being mentioned is just, I find it amazing.
I saw him a couple of days ago. I did a game down at Old Trafford. I always, have a chat with him. It's brilliant. I said, how's your batting, Parky? He says, still shit. I got 14 last week. He said, no, I got 17. He said, they're still talking about it here. I got 17. Yeah. But again, he's a good character. You need a good character as a leg spinner. He's got a proper character. Yeah, okay, hit me for 6. Come on, let's have a game. It's brilliant.
We're just into like blast season, aren't we?
Uh-huh.
We know Rushy's got his feet up for a few weeks. Bummer, can the 100 and the blast exist together?
Not for me. I did a couple of games last year on the 100. I thought it was great fun. It was an absolute hoot. But it has to be because they spent about 50 million on it. So it has to be. If you spend that much money on a product, it's going to be okay. And it was good fun. And it's in the way. It's in the way of a lot of things. I think the Blast is a champion competition. And it culminates perfectly in a finals day. Everybody's wanting to get to finals day for all sorts of reasons. Spectators have booked the tickets. It's sold out. Players want to get there. It's a super, super day, culminating a super, super competition. So whilst I thought, this 100, it's a hoot, it's a bit of a laugh, it's entertaining, definitely. It was good fun, but it's in the way.
Yeah, agree. Totally agree. Just lastly, obviously, Test match starting. It's going to be your first kind of full summer, not working on Sky for a long time. What are you going to miss most?
Well, I'm there for the first 2 days. I'm in the press box with the Daily Mail.
All
doing
right.
doing my usual column. So it'd be good to see some good friends and one or two not so good friends. So I want to see how it goes. You know, I'll have to bite my tongue a bit. I'll just have to. Well, I know I will. I'm at my age now. I could tell you at my age now, I'll just let it flow. I'll just let it go. 40 years ago, it might have been a bit different.
I've saw something today, actually, Bumble. I've saw something today. Apparently, there's going to be 18,000 empty seats in this first test at Lord's. And someone's came out and said it's because of the Jubilee weekend, so there's not people going. And then you see everyone else, the feedback is it's all around price. Normal, it seems like general public, normal people are getting priced out of going to international cricket.
Yeah, well, they are certainly at Lord's. It is, you know, eye-wateringly expensive down at Lord's. And they play 2 matches there, and it's coin. That's where they get the coin from. And, you know, that's a sad part of it, because you can get to Trent Bridge test matches, Old Trafford, and you get value for money tickets. You can get tickets at a good price, which I think are fair. But, you know, 120 to 150 quid for a ticket, and you've got to get there, and, you know, you transport, and you're looking to take a little lad or a little girl. It's coin. It's a lot of money. And, you know, I can understand when you say that 18,000 over 4 or 5 days that haven't been sold. Jubilee, yeah, you'd think that it's a nice time to go to cricket and celebrate. I don't buy it.
Yeah, nah, I just think it. I don't know why you can't lower the price to get people in. Like you see, they're on about red ball cricket dying, and then the pricing people out of turning up. I mean,
it's London. There are some premium prices at sort of the other test match ground, but there are also plenty of tickets which I can see as good value, 40, 50 quid. You know, I think that's damn good value.
Yeah.
We're members down the road here at York City, and that's 20 quid a pop. And that's National League North. We just got into National League North. We moved from we just moved from National League North to National League. And my mate who does the commentary, a lad called David Ward, I listened to the commentary, and they won against Boston United in the final playoff. And as it went in, he said, "That's it." He said, "We're back in the big time. You're in the National League."
That was us the other week when Sunderland got promoted.
Yeah, oh, that's a shame. That I want to. It's brilliant with Sunderland in League One when they play at Accrington Stanley. We don't need any of our fans; they just come and fill it.
Oh, they do.
We bring thousands of the others come. We have a great time with them. No segregation, you know, at Accrington. None of that business.
Straight in.
No, everybody just mixes in and has a good time.
Great one.
But we got Sheffield. Have we got Sheffield Wednesday? We still got them.
Yeah, Derby County.
Derby County. Yeah. We got. So they'll fill it.
What else was there?
Yeah.
Barnsley.
Portsmouth. We got some good sides.
There's still some good sides in that league, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to be out of it, though. I'm not going to lie.
100%.
So you're in Championship, aren't you now?
Yeah.
Because he's too good for us. That winger, Cleany,
McGeady.
What's he called?
Aidan McGeady.
Yeah, good one. He would. Yeah, he tricky.
He's a good player. We had a lovely weekend, didn't we, Chris?
Yeah, it was good. It was nice. I reckon that's a good. Probably time to wrap up. I reckon.
Yeah. It is.
Good. Bumble, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully we'll get to see you at a game sometime. If you're obviously not too far from the Riverside these days. So if you're ever up and about.
I will, Chris. I'll be coming up because my mate, I've mentioned before, I think his title is vice chairman, Phil Collins, and he's a big mate. So we've hatched a plan that I'm going to come up and have a day at the cricket. So it'll be lovely.
Yeah, perfect. That'll be great to see you. And
thanks. All right. Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, well done.
Absolute pleasure. Cheers, Bumble.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you.
Take care, mate. Bye.